Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Caroga. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember the 50 waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False word. Important things are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Caroga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5 Qapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Friday, February 19th, 2021. It's been a busy day, a lot of stuff. A lot of entertainment stuff has come to light today. I didn't even know there was a new Mortal Kombat movie coming, and we got the trailer, the Red Band trailer. Was out early this morning. I watched it before I did anything else. Looks good. I never got into the first Mortal Kombat movies. This appears to be a reboot of them, which is cool. Not spoiling anything, but you should watch the trailer if you're interested. You can see how Jax gets his arms. I don't know if that's came from previous movies or not. I didn't know that part of the story. I'm really not that into Mortal Kombat lore, aside from the first couple video games, and I kind of bailed out. But all looked pretty good. And then, I knew Wandavision episode was today, and even though I've canceled Disney Plus, they're billing me. I've already paid through this week, and I believe next week. So it did no harm to watch WandaVision on Disney, and that was interesting. And again, without spoiling, they parody a more modern show, and I was quite happy with the show parody they picked, because the show they parodied is one of my all-time favorite non-sci-fi TV shows of all time, and I think it's a show everybody should watch. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think there's more to it than most people think. We'll leave it at there. And then the best news of all was my friend Yitza Lemons, messaged me today to remind me that For All Mankind Season 2 premiered today on Apple TV Plus. So I ran over to Apple TV Plus and gave them my $4.99, $2 cheaper than Disney. And granted, Apple TV Plus doesn't have the biggest library of TV shows, but I'll gladly pay for good TV. And I loved the first season. of For All Mankind and alternate history. What if Russia got to the moon first and how things might have been different? And no, it is not about the U.S. sending a team of women to the moon. That has been going around in our community. It is not at all what happens. That is not what the show is about. Now, it does affect women's rights. It does affect, in fact, it affects all history, and women's rights are among the things that are affected. But season 1 is not about sending a team of women to the moon, like I've heard other people repeat. So I strongly suggest watching season 1. It was great. Now, I will grant you the first episode of season 2, probably a little more woke than the first season, but still not bad. Not a bad first episode. I look forward to the rest. Doesn't look as good as season 1, I'll grant you that, but it still holds my interest. So yeah, there's some stuff out there. If you guys are interested, I would strongly recommend For All Mankind. The Mortal Kombat movie, I think, is a month or 2 months out, so that's not too bad. And obviously, we've got some other movies coming on HBO Max. Oh, Mortal Kombat's going right to HBO Max, so you don't have to go to a movie theater to watch it, but apparently you can if you want to. It'll be one of those things that will also be at the movie theater if you really feel like you want to spend $20 for a movie ticket and $5 for a soda and $10 for a popcorn and a candy bar. You can watch it at a movie theater. But if you'd rather just watch it at home on your big screen TV or your iPhone or whatever, you can do that as well. So, yeah, that was some good stuff. And then I found Anti-Tracker has joined Twitch. And so if you can't get enough of Anti-Tracker, and you're like, gee, I wish I could see more of Anti-Tracker playing his boring ass video game, you can subscribe to Anti-Tracker on Twitch. Apparently, it's just Anti-Tracker without a hyphen, because on Twitch they don't allow hyphens. But if you type it into Twitch, you'll bring up his channel. Thank you, Mr. Potts, for letting me know he was live on Twitch. I found his channel fairly easy, and I'm sure anyone else can as well. I don't know, but he is planning to stream more on Twitch when he's streaming his gameplay. I find his gameplay boring, but I do like talking to you guys, so that's why I'm generally there. And also today, Andrea, a new member of our community, with her second stream, she did a live stream just before me, where she was talking to one of the lead audio engineers at NPR, where she works, and he was giving advice on microphones and microphone placement that I've already completely ignored because my microphone is here, but my mouth is moving this way. So, but still, it was good to hear from somebody, who knew what they were doing or saying, because their job depends on it. Maybe I'll move this over a little bit more. Maybe that'll help. Maybe I'm too loud already. I don't know. But this is where we are. So first in chat was 47 Yorktown, who says, greetings from Eastern Canada. Qapla 47 Yorktown. Josh Street says, why is Bird of Prey? Why are you sending back the hot weather I sent you the other day? Well, we did get up to 47 degrees. Today we're back down to the high 20s, I believe. In fact, the snow has begun again. And for those who've been watching Captain Trek's morning stream, you might notice that this might look familiar. Captain Trek has been live streaming the camera from my driveway for a few days now. You can see we had somebody come and do the driveway last night and the sidewalk, and then today our neighbor did the sidewalk again for us and the walkway. So that's all nice and clear. But the driveway, that's all snow that's fallen since about 7 p.m. last night. Most of that snow was on the ground from the previous snowstorm, and it looks like maybe this upcoming week it might start melting again. Mamo Pray says the long-range forecast is for warming weather, so I hope so, because honestly, being I can't go out in the snow anymore and play in the snow and drive my Jeep in the snow and rescue other people from the snow is just not so much fun for me anymore. It just makes it harder for Mamo Pray and me to get stuff delivered, and for Sisso Pray to drive around with Nephew Pray. So yeah, I guess I've outgrown the snow, which is sad. John Street says, Bird of Prey, you are late. You're fired. Oh, well, I wish I'd read that first. I would have stopped. I didn't know I didn't have to do this today. Dan23 says, I look at the title of this video and I think what I don't understand is, what is this? What did I make the title? Mortal Kombat Movie. Oh, hashtag bed life. You know what bed life is. Mortal Kombat Movie for All Mankind Season 2. No spoilers. Okay, so, well, obviously you know Bed Life. It's this. Bed Life, it's a stream by Birdo Prey 5. Mortal Kombat Movie, I assume you've understood or by now. There's a movie coming out about Mortal Kombat, the movie, the video game. A new reboot of the franchise. For All Mankind, that might be the hardest one. If you didn't know, there's a television series called For All Mankind. It's now on season 2 on Apple TV Plus, and it deals with an alternate history if Russia beat NASA to the moon. And the title For All Mankind comes from, instead of one small step for a man, being everything changed after that. I think one of the keynotes that the first Americans said, or maybe the Russians said it, I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But they went to the moon for all mankind. And that's where the title of the series comes from. And no spoilers, obviously, because even though I want to talk about, to a point, Mortal Kombat for All Mankind and Wandavision, I'm not going to put spoilers, because I know there are a lot of people who don't want to hear any spoilers because they didn't yet see these TV shows. So yeah, I mean, we're not gonna get into spoiler territory. We'll just discuss the basics and what we can safely discuss without ruining surprises for anybody. John Street says, we are sorry to tell you this Saturday movie has been changed to Caroga's Glorious Leader, Birdo Prey 5's favorite movie of all time, Crystal Skull, 12-hour long Ultra Director's Cut of the Director's Cut. No, tomorrow's movie is Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner, the final cut. I'm told this is the best version of the movie, unicorns and all. I've never seen Blade Runner, but the final cut of Blade Runner is our movie for tomorrow. Monty Smalley, excuse me, says, Birdo Prey, hail, sir. I was getting worried you wouldn't be streaming today. I'm glad to see you are back. Hope you are feeling okay. I've got a cold and toothache and was laying in mud yesterday doing a salvage job. Oh my God. I'm so sorry to hear that, Monty. I am doing okay. Apparently I'm having some foot trouble. Now I can't feel it, but Mamo Pray can see it. So we're trying to get a podiatrist that can come to the house and check on it. But it might be making me a little tired. It might be an infection. I'm not 100% sure. But good news or bad news is I don't feel it. So, it's not hurting. I'm really sorry you have a cold and a toothache. As long as it's just a cold, that's not so bad. But man, a toothache, that's very, very annoying. Moxley fan 21 says, Bird of Prey, hello. Hello, Bird, and you all. I am super excited for the new Mortal Kombat movie. I'm a big fan of Mortal Kombat games. I hope the movie is good. I played Mortal Kombat when it first came into the arcade. And I remember having it on Sega Genesis, and like I could turn on the blood mode. That Super Nintendo, they were afraid to put blood in because all the parents were going to scream about blood in their video games. They're precious, innocent children. Oh my God, they were going to see blood. If you uppercut somebody, blood was going to come out of their nose. And we can't do this to people. We can't put this in a video game. Oh, we can have a fatality where you pull out their skeleton from their body. But God forbid there be some red pixels of blood. But on Genesis, on Sega, Sega does what Nintendo don't. And we could get blood if we wanted blood mode. And so, yeah. And then I spent countless hours. The original Mortal Kombat is the first and only video game I ever found my own cheat code for. Okay, because back in, I guess this was the 90s, the early 90s, you'd get I used to subscribe to Electronic Gaming Monthly. There was also Game Pro. Those were the two big gaming magazines. That was before we had websites to do this type of stuff. And so at the back of the magazines each month would cheat codes for the new video games. And so it was really the only place to get cheat codes if you weren't, I suppose, on an online bulletin board system, which I wasn't. I was on AOL, but I didn't know anybody trading cheat codes on AOL at the time. Not AOL, excuse me. Q-Link, which then became AOL. I didn't know anybody trading cheat codes at the time. Or it was probably also on Usenet, but I didn't know Usenet was really a thing yet. So I'd wait for these codes to come in. I was always so shocked. Like, how do people find these codes? I didn't understand that there were software and hardware that you could literally decompile a game and see what the coding was. So in the coding, you could find what the cheat codes were. And I'm sure that's how the vast majority of them were found. But in Mortal Kombat, I was just so dedicated to it that I was literally just trying random button presses. And I was like, holy shit, I found a random combination. And I tried it again, tested it 5-6 times, shut off the power, turned the power on, tested it, retested it, absolutely confirmed it was work. And I found a button combination that got me, I forget if it was 3 or 6 extra continues. Okay, your game would be over and you could continue. I think it was 1 time maybe, or 3 times. And then I had a code that I think either upped it to 3 continues or 9 continues. And it was like, holy shit. I mean, if you can't finish the game with 9 continues, you just don't have any right to be playing the game. And I thought I was the shit. I was like, holy shit. I found this code. I mailed it in. I was so excited to mail it in to Electronic Gaming Monthly. And I was like, I'm going to get my code published. I'm going to have my name in the magazine. And I was like, I'm going to be the envy of, nobody. And then that month's issue comes out and the codes come out, and son of a bitch, there was a code for unlimited continues. So my code for 3 extra continues never got published. I was so angry. I was so pissed at myself. I was like, why waste all that time? And how did this fuckhead find a code for unlimited continues? It really, really pissed me the hell off. But then of course I just used their code for unlimited continues. It was easier to put in anyway. And yeah. Then we were, how to fight Reptile. Yeah, that was hard. I don't think I ever actually even fought Reptile. And then there was this thing, people were going, I think maybe it was Mortal Kombat 2, where there was this rumor, there was this guy called Ermac or Emac in the game. But then they said, oh, it was just Error Macro. And he was supposed to be a red ninja, like, Sub-Zero's yellow. No, Sub-Zero's blue and Scorpion's yellow. Reptile was green and Ermac was red. And I don't know if it was just an April Fool's thing or somebody photoshopped the color of the ninja and just sent it in or what, but I don't think that guy ever actually existed. But that's how into Mortal Kombat I was at the time. But by the time the movies came out, the first Mortal Kombat movies, of which I think there have been 3, I couldn't have cared any less. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. Hail Caroga. Hail Caroga. Monty's Folly says, Moxley, we need to start leaving a space between our chats. Poor Bird of Prey gets our usernames mixed up far too often. Yes, I am so sorry, Monty and Moxley. It's just going to be one of those names I'm never going to get right all the time. 47 Yorktown says, Josh Street, that is 3D version. No, we're not watching the 3D version of Crystal Skull. John Araki says he's more tired than Biden. Oh man, that's tired, John Araki. Get some rest. Uncle Remus is in, boy, is Biden tired. He is. I see the calls for Dear Bop. We'll get there. Josh Reed says, no, 47 Yorktown, the 3D version would be the Crystal Skull Ultra. Oh, and it jumped. It jumped so much. Would be the Ultra director cut of the director cut of the director's cut of the Bird of Prey 5 cut. Uncle Remus is calling me late. And then what happened? What happened to the chat? I didn't close the chat window, did I? No. Okay. Oof. Yitza says it's time for. Monty says, and here we go. Yitza says accidentally pressing enter when you didn't finish typing. That's okay. Monty says, hail to Yitza. Jedi Bill says, you're late. I know. I'm sorry, Jedi Bill. And I'm sure you already said Qapla, Bird of Prey, hail, Caroga Warrior. Hail to you, Jedi Bill. You probably typed it in 4 or 5 times by now. I'm sure I will get there. Thomas Potts says, hello, Qapla. Thank you, Thomas Potts. Yitza says, hello, Qapla, Yitza. Josh Street says, late O'Prey, you're fired. So put Nephew O'Prey on as replacement. Nephew O'Prey's not here. I did get to see him earlier on a video phone. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Qapla 47 Yorktown. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Hopefully you guys are above freezing or close to it. Uncle Remus says, dance. I wish I still could, Uncle Remus. Thomas Bott says, Bird of Prey, have you canceled YouTube Premium yet? Thomas, I will be sure to let you know. Jedi Bill says, hello, Bird of Prey, Qapla, hail Caroga, hail Caroga. Star Trek Nitpicker says, Qapla all working on a video about Brian Fuller, but we'll try to drop in from time to time. Very cool, thank you. And remember to like. Thank you, Star Trek Nitpickers. Mama Prey, are you cooking something? It smells awful. It's chicken? Oh my God. It smells like Brussels sprouts. Chicken and carrots? Maybe it's the carrots I'm smelling. I usually like carrots. Okay. I thought it was Brussels sprouts. Jedi Bill says, it's okay. You don't have to worry. As long as you were cooking something, there's a reason for the smell. Jedi Bill says, hello, Thomas Potts. I am awake. Very cool. Josh Street says, Bird of Prey, if you would stop playing with AOC, Pelosi, Harris, and the rest of your female harem, you wouldn't be late. Jedi Bill says, hello to 47 Yorktown. Monty's Folly says, deal all. If you have any questions for Bird of Prey, please submit them at Qapla.com/Dear Bop. You'll receive fantastic and valuable life advice. So that is true. Is one of the addresses to submit Dear Bops. Thomas Potts says, Jedi Bill, hello. I never said you were sleeping. Wake up. Rock Solid says, hashtag Bird's late. Hashtag Bird took down Rush Limbaugh picture. Hashtag Bird didn't get me a gift. Hashtag Cal Caroga. Hashtag. Hashtag it's pronounced pound sign. Hashtag fake Dax. Hashtag Jadzia the real Dax. Hashtag Hail Bunnyland. And you've used your hashtag quota for the day. Rock solid. Jedi Bill says hello to Not Ryan Johnson. And 47 Yorktown says hi to Jedi Bill. Josh Street says Bird of Prey, the red trailer was out yesterday. Well, I first saw it this morning. Sorry about that. Thank you for the updated news. Okay, let's I mean, not really. It's up to you. Pflugerville says Qapla, Pfluger. Moxley says rock solid. Nope, nothing yet. Still delayed due to icy weather. Sorry to hear that. Josh Street says place your bet on how long before Bird of Prey 5 gets back to the chat. That was at 4:36. It's now 4:56, so 20 minutes. Jedi Bill says, hail Bird of Prey, you were late. Hail Caroga, I understand. Sci-Fi Nation says, greetings Bird of Prey, Qapla, Sci-Fi Nations. He says, greetings Bird of Prey, Mamo Prey, Sassy O'Prey, and fellow nerds. Hail Caroga, hail Caroga. Dee Myers, Qapla, Dee says, greetings and hello everyone. John Meyer says, that's hypnotist. Miss Lodell's Groovy Movies, Qapla says, better late to the battle than never. Yes, but I don't really think I was late. I started my countdown at the time I was supposed to start at 4:30. Maybe 4:31. Jedi Bill says, what's a movie theater, Bird of Prey 5? Hail Caroga. Yeah. Movie theaters used to be big buildings where you'd all go to and we'd all watch the same movie with a bunch of chairs, and we were all close together, like much closer than 6 feet away. And the floors would be sticky, and it would just be generally gross and overpriced. But hey, we used to like these things. Dee says, Qapla, Bird of Prey, how are you and the family doing? Well, we're doing okay, Dee. Doing okay. If anybody knows of a mobile podiatrist in the Bayside, Queens, New York City area, let me know. Roxouts is another reason to deactivate my Twitch account. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird of Prey never listens to the experts, figures this is true. If I listened to them all the time, I'd be dead. But if I listened to them some more of the time, things would probably be better off. Carlo Albanese Qapla says, hope everyone as well as can be, and to praise the soup, enjoy a good brew, and as always, hail Caroga. Absolutely. Hail Caroga. Thomas has got to go to dinner. See you later. Take care, Thomas. Have a great dinner. Sci-Fi Nation says, Bird of Prey, your mic is made to be set up the way you have it. It's one reason I'm thinking of switching to a Blue Yeti. Not so much better voice quality per se, but better options for placement. There you go. And Bird of Prey 5 donated $1 and got Kissing Dax. Oh, wow, I'm just so good today. So apparently my donation, I say, hello world, it's Bird of Prey 5. Just remember that I really, really, really hate money, and you should send all your donations to Mamo Prey channel. That woman is 1 in a million. Oh, actually it says you should send all your donations to the Anti-Tracker channel. That guy is 1 in a million. I don't think that's, I think that's fake news. And John Araki donated $1. Thank you so much, John Araki, with the jumping smiley faces. Yeah. So thank you, Bird of Prey 5 and John Araki. Rambling Canuck says, hello, Bird of Prey 5. Hello, Rambling Canuck. Qapla. And guys, Rambling Canuck put out a very special history with R&R earlier. I listened to it just before I went live to always remember this day in history in 1942, as Rambling Canuck said, with the stroke of a pen. I don't want to give it away, but the stroke of a pen, the President of the United States took something away that most Americans would think couldn't possibly be taken away. And it was effed up, and it was allowed to happen. And people sat back and let it happen. And tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of lives were affected, many destroyed. And it's, if you don't think we are that close to this happening again, you're mistaken. Nothing stopped it then, and nothing would stop it now. And I don't know what you could say, because the only thing you could say would probably be considered illegal, would probably be considered a threat and taken off YouTube. So it's a very powerful history with R&R. A short one, only a few minutes long, but it's important, and I really suggest everyone listen to it. Sci-Fi Nation says to take care to Thomas. Monty's Folly says, Bird of Prey, a nice easy way to get rid of snow is a forge burner. You can get them for about $30 and rent a small barbecue gas bottle. It melts snow really quick and gets rid of the moss and lichen too. Yeah, well, Mamo Prey is not a real big fan of fire, Monty. So I don't think that would work out well. Jedi Bill says hello, Sci-Fi Nation. And Qapla, fellow warrior Qapla, Jedi Bill, also says hello to Rambling Canuck. Sci-Fi Nation says hail brother to Jedi Bill. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says Qapla, Bird of Prey. We are surviving well here in South Texas. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz, my heart goes out to you guys. I hope you're doing well. I've been hearing horror stories from around Texas. Things you wouldn't think of happening in the United States. Communities running out of food and drinkable water. And it's heartbreaking. Like, we would want to help, but we can't even get trucks in at this point. You know, I mean, there's plenty of food in other places of the country. And I'm sure people wouldn't mind throwing in some chopped meat or whatever you guys needed to get you guys some meat and some eggs and, you know, stuff that didn't go bad. You need to be able to cook it, for one. Yeah, it's scary. It is scary how much our modern system relies on the supply chain, and how a couple days of ice and snow and lack of electricity can thoroughly ruin, I don't say entire states, but big sections of big states. Scary. And I'm so happy you are doing well. Everybody I know in Texas says they're doing okay for now, but they just hope that things get back up soon, because they're getting low. They're getting dangerously low on supplies. Actor says the correct title should be Mortal Kombat Movie /tag for All Mankind Season 2, no spoilers, no, because I'm not putting spoilers for anything. I have no spoilers for the Mortal Kombat Movie trailer, no spoilers for All Mankind, no spoilers for any other show we might talk about, aka Wandavision, just no spoilers. Actor says if you don't like Texas climate, you can always fly to Cancun. You know, what is, I know, yeah. Ted Cruz, he's taken a lot of flack for that. I am no big fan of Ted Cruz, don't get me wrong. I was very against Ted Cruz up in the election. In the last couple years, I thought, okay, he started going after social media companies. I kind of loosened up a bit to him, but I still am not, I wouldn't say I'm pro Ted Cruz, but, so he went to Cancun. I guess if I was in Texas, I'd feel differently. But like, okay, so if he didn't go to Cancun and he just stayed in Washington, D.C., still too far away to be part of it, what was he going to do? I don't know. I don't know. The Democrats don't like him. Frankly, it's probably better for your state. He didn't go talk to Biden or Harris or Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi, hell, AOC says that he tried to kill her. AOC says he tried to kill her. So it's probably better for your state. He did stay away because I don't think the Democrats want anything to do with him. So whatever. But I do hope everybody in Texas gets well soon, gets your power back on, and gets you food and water and those important supplies. Actor says, Bird cheated. No way, I did not cheat. I don't know what, but I didn't cheat. Actor says, can't believe my ears. Springtime, says Bird of Prey. Hopefully you're doing well, and remember, hashtag long live Mamo Prey. Absolutely springtime. Thank you so much. Hashtag long live Mamo Prey. Oh, and Mortal Kombat. It's not cheating if I find the code myself. Rambling Canucks is good old Nintendo power. Yeah, but I didn't have Nintendo. Sci-Fi Nation says they were leaked from the developers. That's another way, I guess. If you were the developer's nephew or something, you get a bunch of cheat codes. Monty's Folly says, Bird of Prey, thanks for the commiserations. It's most definitely just a cold. I was laying down in some mud trying to break some welds under a narrow gauge train someone had stored in a field for 30 years. Wow. Well, feel better, Monty. Sci-Fi Nation says Nintendo Power and Starlog, my two go-to magazines in the day. Actor says Bird's life would be so different if he'd only would have had his code published. It might have been. We'll never know that alternate history unless Q comes down and lets me live the life I would have lived had my code been published. Rock Solid says hashtag Dear Bop. Sci-Fi Nation says Ermac was a playable character in one of the games, as was Smoke. Oh, I forgot about Smoke. Yeah, that was right. There was like crazy stuff with like Santa Claus passing in front of the moon. Oh man, I'm just starting to remember this stuff. It was a whole, what's that? A deep well of nonsense. Bradley Briggs says I used my Game Shark for games that didn't need any stinking cheat codes. Yeah, I had the Game Shark too. Josh Street says Bird of Prey, it was Smoke and the suit was gray. But there was a red one called Ermac. Also, I forgot about Smoke. Smoke was yet another ninja. Actor says Ermac was a glitch in the first game and then became a playable character. Actor says, or so the legend, and Wikipedia. Sci-Fi Nation says, I remember playing them both. Hector. Carlo Albanese puts in a Nephew O'Prey face to get a little smile. Keely Chow says, hey everybody, Qapla, Keely Chow. Sci-Fi Nation says, greetings to Keely. Mike Richards is Bird of Prey. Columbus is 26 degrees with a thaw in 4 or 5 days. Well, 26 is a lot closer to freezing than some parts of the country. Bradley Briggs says chicken and carrots is code for don't ask, just eat it. No, it's not for me. It's for Sassy. This is Sassy's dinner. Unfortunately, the food that we normally give Sassy, which is fresh pet beef and vegetable log, is out of stock everywhere. We haven't been able to get it for a couple weeks, and all their log food is out of stock. Maybe it's made in Texas. I don't know. It's very possible, but it's actually been out of stock for a couple weeks before this even started in Texas. So Sassy's stomach and what she'll eat is, let's just say we can't just feed her anything, though she'll eat just about anything. Yeah, we gotta be careful what we feed her, and and there's the bed making an alarm. So hopefully we can get the food for her. Mamo Prey put in an order to Peapod, which is one of the places we don't use too often, just to get Sassy's food, And after putting in this big order, everything came except the dog food. Like the whole point of putting in the order was just the dog food. And it was the one thing they couldn't deliver. But that's the thing. That's the difference. See, when you go out and buy stuff yourself, you know exactly what you're getting. When you rely on someone to deliver the food for you, you're never 100% sure what you're getting until they actually come. And you can't say, well, if you don't have this, don't bother with the rest of the order, because it's just not an option. Actor says finding what byte held the hip HP value for the gold count was part of the fun. Yes, that is one way to cheat. Jedi Bill says, I am sorry, Bird of Prey. I'm just kidding around, but if you want to stop, I will. You don't have to stop, Jedi Bill. Nothing to stop. Hail, Caroga, says Sci-Fi Nation. Josh reads says, oh, Bird of Prey has lost his smell, so Bird is coming down with the Caroga virus. No, I didn't lose my smell. In fact, I very much have my smell. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known that carrots were being cooked. Rock Solid says, hashtag, there is no hashtag quota. And hashtag, there is no # quota. Carlo Albanese says, hail Caroga, hail Caroga. Josh Street says, hashtag, always cloudy, Carogadelphia. It's always cloudy in Carogadelphia instead of it's always sunny in Philadelphia. I get it. I get the reference. Always Sunny in Philadelphia was never one of my favorite shows. I know so many people loved it. I watched. It didn't do much for me. Mike Richards says, does a mobile podiatrist drive a tow truck? Ha, 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 ha. Good one. No. Hector says, who's been messing with everything? It's been Birdo Prey all along. Very close to the line there, Hector. Bradley Briggs says he was trying to say Anti-Tracker is old. He's over 1 million. Dan says hello. Welcome, Dan23. Commodore Ty says hello all. Got my latest WandaVision review up. Hope you can check it out. Very cool, Commodore Ty. Actor says he took away bacon-flavored hair gel. No bacon-flavored hair gel. Commodore Ty says got a Mortal Kombat review too, and put in a link for that. Very cool. Rambling Canuck says, thank you, Bird of Prey. It is something I think has been forgotten and needs to be remembered. Abso-effing-lutely, Rambling Canuck. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, Bird of Prey, the problem where I am at in South Texas, near SpaceX, is that the area was not equipped for long periods of weather slightly below freezing. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I imagine, why would you be, right? It's like, you're just not used to it. It only happens once every 40 years or so. I get it. Monty says, executive producer Saul Leibowitz, I think the main issue is that this is an extreme weather situation that Texas isn't geared up for. They are more likely to deal with extreme heat and cold than not cold. Miss Lundell says, Bird of Prey, relax. The weather thing is over. Everything will be back to normal in a couple of weeks. But if people don't have food now, waiting a couple of weeks is not a valid solution. Dan23 says, apparently Wonder Man has a rumored character that may appear. Wonder Man is a rumored character? I don't remember Wonder Man. Monty says, executive producer Saul Leibowitz, the inverse would be Alaska dealing with heat of the worst Texas summer and infrastructure not dealing with it well. Absolutely, and Alaska's infrastructure doesn't deal with heat well. Half their structure is based off the permafrost. And if the permafrost melts, streets break, pipelines break, buildings break. So, yeah, that's going to be an issue if it happens to Alaska. Captain Track says, hello, Qapla, Captain Track, good to see you. And guys, Captain Track every morning at 5 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. Eastern does a morning show. You guys should all be there. I try to be there as soon as I wake up. Continuum Tracks is beaming in, Bird of Prey, just dropping by to say hi before I go live myself. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing well, Continuum Track, and I hope you have a great live stream. Agner says, don't forget to click the like, guys and girls, or girls and guys. Thank you. Super Blubberpuss says, Bird of Prey, hello, sir. Hope everyone is doing well. I hope you are doing well, Super Blubberpuss. Indie Tiger says, hello all, Qapla Indie Tiger. Dan says, you can get chocolate-flavored body spray. I wouldn't get any flavored bodies for anything. Rodley Big says, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near an animal wearing bacon-flavored hair gel. Dan23 says, I'd see the thing about Mars live on the news. I did see the thing about Mars live on the news. Very cool. That was yesterday, yeah. Elihu did his Mars stream, the Perseverance lander. Very cool. Kronos is Qapla, Bird of Prey, Qapla, Kronos. And he says, and to everyone else. Indie Tiger says, breaks break. This is true. Kronos says, what's a track? Actor says, oh no, Kronos is here. Hide all the candy and the beagle bites. Dan23 says, there's hundreds of Marvel characters that we probably haven't heard of unless you read every comic. Well, that's certainly true. I had no idea who this latest person revealed in WandaVision was. Never heard of them. Googled them real quick. Found out, oh, they've existed forever. Yeah. That's the thing. As a non-hardcore Marvel fan, WandaVision is interesting, but it just doesn't connect to me like it does to somebody like, I guess, like LDG, who clearly is way more into it than I am. He's invested in it. He knows the characters. I do not. But, if they were doing this in the Star Trek universe, then obviously I'd be one picking up on every little thing, and I'd be making theories and all this stuff, which is what we do for Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Lower Decks. This is the stuff we've done, but Marvel is not my universe. I'm an outsider. I look over the shoulder at best. I'm still like the decent movies they usually come out with, but I don't go to the comic books. I don't look at the history. And Super Blubberpuss donated $5. Thank you, Super Blubberpuss. And he just says, love your channel. Oh, thank you so much, Super Blubberpuss. Qapla. You really know how to make a YouTuber feel good. Thank you. But yeah, so WandaVision, it's no Endgame. It's no Infinity Wars. It's no Iron Man. It's no Thor. But yeah, I had one serious issue with the episode, but it's nothing I'm going to bring up today. Next week, maybe. It's really not the biggest of deals, but one character who punched another character who then fell down like they were a little girl, and it made no sense that should happen without getting into details. And that was the one problem I had, main problem I had with the episode. It just didn't seem even the least bit believable. Kronos' Bird of Prey, have you tried one of those spicy gummy bears? No, Kronos, because I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to eat any spicy gummy bears. I'm not going to eat any spicy chips. I'm not going to eat any spicy hot sauce, because while I like some spicy stuff, I don't like super, super spicy, and I'm not going to eat anything that could conceivably get me sick or cause some sort of physical reaction live on a stream. I'm not going to risk my life for hot sauce. It's just not going to happen. Dan23 says, do lol. No. Kronos says, I do lots of doo-doo. It's sorry to hear that, Kronos. Kronos says, yay, mom will pray. Super Blubberpuss says, hey to Kronos. Dan23 says, I agree. I've seen Marvel Cinematic Universe movies once. Kronos' mom has a stomach full of pure Morn. Oh, Morn. Morn, excuse me. It was Morn. Yes, Morn on the screen. Morn has a stomach full of pure latinum. Yes, this is true. At least until he regurgitated it. Actor says, yeah, WandaVision has 50 to 70 Easter eggs each episode for the Marvel connoisseur. I'd be lucky if I could find one. Do you like sour sweet? Dan23 asked. When I ate chicken and when I ate Chinese food, I liked sweet and sour chicken. If that's your answer. I don't know about sour sweet, but sweet and sour I would eat. Kronos lols. I don't know. It wasn't a joke. It was being serious. But man, I really wish I could eat chicken again. Reading is fundamental, Kronos. Well, I'm sorry. The R and the N look like an M. They're almost exactly equal to an M in the font. And when I'm reading it on the screen, it'd be hard show. In fact, let's put it in M verse RN. And let's see how different it looks when it comes up on the side. The side here. Yeah, it's almost, I mean, you can see. If you're reading it real quick, M verse RN, and trust me, when I'm reading it, it's on an even smaller font, so it's harder to differentiate. Indie Tiger says stop riffing Kronos, and Indy says he saw Mom too. Yeah, it happens. And Actor says, come on, Chili hasn't killed anybody quickly. And not going to start with me. Let me tell you that. So, let's head over to the Dear Bops, because I know Rock Solid loves his Dear Bops. Rock Solid's Bird of Prey, just put it in more than the tip, so it counts. Monty's Follies is Bird of Prey. The train I was salvaging was built in 1870. And it ran a quarry for at least 100 years, then sat in a field, and someone welded it to a skid and covered it in a tarp. A bit of industrial saved. Congratulations, Monty, for saving a bit of history. That is interesting. Dan says that you Americans, I should have said, do you like sour candy? No, not really a fan of sour candy, but sweet and sour chicken, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's Dear Bop time. Let's see, what do we got? Weren't a ton of them today. Okay, we got 13. Very manageable number. And if we get through Dear Bops with time, maybe we'll play a game. Maybe we'll do Risk or something. It's always an option. Dear Bop, are you in a hospital bed? Yes. Do you have a catheter installed or wear an adult man diaper? I am in a hospital bed. I do not have a catheter, nor do I wear an adult diaper. When I have to urinate, I know I have to. And I have my Gelogia machine, you may have heard of, next to the bed. It's a custom design attachment that I put on a wet dry vacuum, and I use it when I have to go. Mama Prey washes it a few times a day, and it works well. And when I have to do something else, thankfully I know, and we make arrangements for me to do the something else. So, I don't need to go into any more detail with that. But that's how things work. Dear Bob, 1, what are your wishes and hopes for your nephew as he grows up in this kind of world we live in? 2, as he grows up, and ask more questions about why are you in the hospital bed and thing. What will you do or say to deal with this? Your information will be really helpful. Thanks. Well, obviously, I wish for nothing but the best for nephew O'Prey. I hope the world we live in gets better than it is now. Fairer for all people, yes, definitely. I hope nephew O'Prey has a fair shot when he gets to school. He has a fair shot when it comes to scholarships. He has a fair shot when it comes to finding a school or college or university, getting a job, or whatever the case may be. To be honest, I think, 20 years down the line, life is going to be very different than it is now. And I just hope it's different for the better. And I hope I've heard we've learned to judge people by the content of their character and not the color of their skin, as a wise man once said, but we have yet to do. So that's what I hope for nephew O'Prey. If he asks questions about the hospital bed, I was just going to tell him the truth. It was, I got sick. It was an unfortunate series of events. And, he should, and what his mother already knows, maybe she takes it to an extreme. But definitely, you've got to live life before it passes you by. Don't always keep saving. Don't always keep putting everything off. Yes, it's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. It's a good thing. You need to save at times. You need to push things back. You can't do everything all the time that you want to do, but it's a balancing act. It's a balancing act. Don't not go on vacation for 5 years so you can go to your dream destination place. Okay. Maybe go someplace every other year, and then in 10 years, go to your dream destination place. But don't put off going on vacation forever, because you might not have 5 years. And that doesn't mean how old or young you are, how healthy or sick you are. It might have absolutely nothing to do. You might keep your body in tip-top shape, but a piece of an airplane can fall out of the sky and kill you, and you will never know. You wouldn't even hear it coming. You just don't know. You just don't know. So balance. You need to do that balance of living life to the fullest, and also planning long term. So that's what I hope he can learn from it. Otherwise, I'm just going to tell him the truth. Basically, the truth is, I got sick. I went to the hospital. I got more sick. Most of the time you go to the hospital, you get better, but not all the time. Just a fact of life. Dear Bop, you recently said in a live video that you don't know many other songs about New York. I would like to recommend you listen to New York Minute by Don Henley. New York Minute is a song written by Don Henley, Dan Kochmar, and Jai Wingding. Wingding? Like the font? Winding. Henley originally recorded it for his 1989 album. Released November 6, 1990. Recorded 1988. Okay, I don't think I've heard of New York Minute, but thank you. I will try to remember to listen to New York Minute. In fact, let me open it in a YouTube window. And I won't obviously play it, but if I have the tab open, then I will not forget about it. Yellow Balloon Challenge, New Stonehenge. Interesting. New York Minute. Don Henley. The Eagles Okay. New York Minute as performed by Don Henley. Okay. So we've got the tab open. Thank you so much. Dear Bop, what am I? 1, I am associated with spring. I love to hop in the grass. I play in your vegetable garden. My teeth are long and sharp. I am soft to pet. Well, you sound like a bunny. You sound like a bunny rabbit, or perhaps the Easter bunny, but let's just say a rabbit. You're a rabbit, a varmint. Well, it says, as Elmer Fudd would say, varmint. No, or is that Yosemite Sam? Either one, doesn't matter. Sounds like you're a rascally rabbit. Dear Bob, what am I? Answer, rabbit. Yes, that wasn't too hard. That was an entry level what am I question. Dear Bob, that shall be his undoing. Father, forgive me. I am a worm. I have something to say. It's better to burn out than fade away. It sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Honestly, it sounds like a couple of things spliced together, but I can't say I'm familiar. I can't recall where it's from. Dear Bop, if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat, I suggest following one of the nicest, kindest, most pure of heart people out there in Master Daniel Piesner. He played the original Sub-Zero, Scorpion, and Johnny Cage in all of Acclaim's mocap footage. Later on, he also played Smoke, Reptile, and Noob. And there's a person to follow on Twitter. I appreciate it, but I'm not really into following people on Twitter that I really have no real connection to. But thank you. Dear Bob, I have heard recently that Intellivision is coming back. There's a new version called Amico. Did you ever have an Intellivision? Do you know where I could look to learn more about this new system? Being able to ask questions of the president of the company would be really cool. 421. I have not heard Intellivision is coming back. I never had an Intellivision that I'm aware of. My uncle might have. As to where you could ask more about this system, I'm guessing that Rock Solid Productions probably put out something about this, or will be putting out something about this soon, as he is a retro gaming channel. So I'd strongly suggest you check out Rock Solid Productions channel and see what info he might have. I mean, Intellivision coming back, like as an Intellivision Mini or something, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but good luck to Intellivision. It seems like it's a little old to come back. Like, I think I've already seen like old systems in joysticks. I had an old Atari and an Atari joystick from before I got sick. It was cool in 2008. I don't know so much now. Dear Bob, I have a very, very, very small YouTube channel. And the other day I hosted karaoke on my channel, and guess what? I got banned in North Korea, Cuba, Iran, and Syria. I am so very happy about this. Would be great land of Caroga ever banned me for singing some songs with friends. Oh, mighty leader of Caroga. Caroga doesn't prosecute on YouTube. So if you ever violate a Carogan copyright, you're not going to answer to YouTube. You're going to answer to Uncle Paulie. So no, you're not going to get banned in North Korea, Cuba, Iran, Syria, and Caroga. It's just not how it works. Dear Bop, hi bird, Fang here. I just want you to know that I never give up on us. I know you have feelings for me. Remember that time we took nap in your bed and you turned on Frank Sinatra music softly in the background? I thought it was nice and so romantic. Even Mamo Pray and Sisso Pray nice to me, and Sassy like me too. So what wrong with you? Well, I want you to know I have new job down street from you at BCD Tofu House at Bayside. I fix you tofu and bring it to you, okay? My special I make just for you. Tastes like chicken tenders, but it's tofu. You like? Anyway, I see you soon, okay? I bring you order tonight. Love of your life, Fang Fang. No, Fang Fang. Don't know you. I don't want to know you. And I don't eat tofu. Dear Bop, just a reminder that Lent began Wednesday and you're not supposed to eat meat on Fridays. Dang. If only I followed Lent. But it is good to know because that does affect the menus of some restaurants around here. I also not giving up anything for Lent because I just don't consider myself Catholic. Dear Bob, but I totally respect anyone who does and does give up something. So, Dear Bob, some of my very favorite YouTubers don't put out much content on their channels. One of them likes to put a pink bunny onesie and likes to dance fundamental style. How can I get this Gundam dancing pink bunny to start streaming again? Or, Dear Bob, can you help me get this YouTuber to stream again? My other favorite YouTuber is you and on Drunken Philosopher. How can we get this awesome YouTuber and streaming again? Oh, Dear Bob, can you help, please? Yeah, we need Deej to stream more. Deej does not stream enough, and I think if we all tweeted him on Twitter or messaged him on Parler or Minds or wherever he is these days and say, Deej, we need our Deej. We need a Deej stream. We could get him to stream more. Definitely. Drunken Philosopher, yes, we need him to stream too. We need a social media campaign that will bring these guys back to YouTube more often. They're probably hiding. They're probably here watching just to see if we're talking about them. Dear Bop, hi Bird, Sum Ting Wong here. I understand you're looking for a mobile podiatrist. Why you not call us first at Friendly Family Foot Care in Queens? We come in and take good care of you. We've been taking care of our fine citizens in Bayside for many years. Why you not take care of our Year of the Ox special and get full 5% off our services? Call us now at 867-5309. We take good care of you, K. Sum Ting Wong, MD. Sum Ting Wong, MD. I called that number many a times, and it's dangest thing. They don't seem to know anything about a foot care doctor, nor is Jenny there. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that number. I think the phone company might have it blocked. Sci-Fi Nation says, Bird of Prey, I'm sure you heard about Atari's new console. I heard something. Cronus says, do you require glasses that work? Well, it would help. Agnew says, Bird of Prey, what about For All Mankind Season 2? You already reviewed it in the stream. We talked about it a little bit. I'll talk about it some more. Moxley fan says, Bird of Prey, just a suggestion. If we have time, can we play a round of Use Your Words? Yeah, maybe we could do Use Your Words. We could do that. Dear Bop, if you had your choice of spaceships to fly around the Milky Way galaxy, what spaceship would it be? And what friend would you take with you on your journey? And what would you do if you faced a real-life Kobe Ahu Maru with your best friends aboard? Okay, well, first it's a Kobayashi Maru. What spaceship would I take? Well, I mean, first I want to say I would take a bird of prey. But if I literally had access to any spaceship of any design ever created, then I would take a much fancier, bigger ship, because why the hell not? I mean, why not have holodecks and all that fancy equipment and more powerful weapons? So I guess I would take the Enterprise E. And if I faced a real-life Kobayashi Maru with my friends aboard, I guess we just wouldn't go help. Well, I mean, it's a no-win scenario, so I guess the survivors would just have to die, or whatever. The people on the ship, they wouldn't be rescued. I'd feel really bad about it. But if I know in my heart there was no way to save them without killing everybody, then what the hell's the point of trying to save them? So, I probably wouldn't even tell my friends about it because I wouldn't want them to feel bad. I would just ignore that it ever happened and move on. I would tell my therapist about it later, and we'd deal with it at a later time. Yeah, not going to mess up a once-in-a-lifetime space voyage. Dear Bop, in AD 2101, war was beginning. Captain, what happened? Mechanics, somebody set up us the bomb. Operator, we get signal. Captain, what? Operator, main screen on. Captain, it's you. Cats? How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. You are on way to destruction. Captain, what you say? Cats, you have no chance to survive. Make your time. Ha 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 ha. Operator, Captain, take off every zig. Do you know what you're doing? Move zig for great justice. I know all your base are belong to us was like a terrible line used in like a video game or something. I don't know what the rest of this is. Is this the rest of the text around that? I'm not 100% sure. Wesley Crushers is Bird of Prey. Why is it so hot today? It's 80 here. Wesley, I'm sure you got a lot of people angry at you right now. There's a lot of people that want to tell you to shut up. In fact, I'm surprised they're being so quiet. Bradley says I'd probably take the main ship off Galaxy Quest. For that ship is awesome. Cyber Ninja Bird of Prey, just take the T6 tier Borg battle armored and weapons upgraded USS Voyager. No, I think I'd still like the Enterprise. It's got more of everything. Dear Bop, I need help. There was a friend of mine who now hates me. I only wish I knew how to let them know I am sorry. Is there any way you can let them know? Thank you, Bop. Well, yeah, but you got to let me know who. You got to let me know who you are and what you want me to tell your friend. And the best way to do that, if this is legit, is to message me somewhere, like on Twitter or at birdofprey5@aol.com, so I can actually help you. I need to know it's you also that's sending it, so Twitter would be better, so I know it's you sending me the request. But if I can help mend fences and bring people back together again, I would love to do that. I would say I'm happy that I've had some success already at getting people who didn't think they would ever talk again, talking. Having people who didn't think they'd ever be on the same stream together, back on the same streams. because it's easier for me, it's easier for them, and it's easier for the whales. No, but seriously, it's better for everybody. It's better for everybody when we are one big happy community. Dear Bop, would you please look at this picture of a rather happy old man holding a massive onion? Seriously, that's one big onion. That is a big onion. And I don't even know where to begin. Yes, that is an older man holding a giant onion, I guess. I don't even know if that is an onion. I'll assume it's an onion. But he's holding it like a baby. I wonder if he's crying because it's an onion. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, I would pick the TARDIS from Doctor Who. And Chrono says he's not going to hug me. That's fine, Chrono. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just don't know enough about Doctor Who to choose the TARDIS. But I don't think the TARDIS has a holodeck. If the TARDIS doesn't have a holodeck, does it have a 10 forward? I don't think it does. Nor does it have rooms to play poker. These are all things you need on a nice starship. Dear Bop, DJ doesn't stream enough. Is there another YouTuber that streams too much? He streamed in the fall and then he streamed earlier this week. Nobody wants to see. No. Bad. Dear Bop, 2 red shirts die and go to heaven after being assimilated by the Borg. Red shirt 1, I was running down the deck away from the Borg and one jumped me and crammed his tubes in my neck. How about you? Red shirt 2, while I was trying to open the door to engineering and the door lifted a bit and I got pulled in. Red shirt 1 says, oh man, that's rough. Red shirt 2 says, oh, you don't know the half of it. Right there, I was expecting to get the full nanoprobe treatment, but I wasn't that lucky. I was dragged to main engineering and strapped to a table. Red shirt said, you mean they assimilated you without giving you nano probes first? Yikes, I knew they were emotional monsters, but that's horrible. Red shirt 2, well, not exactly. The woman Borg thing came down from the ceiling and, well, frankly, molested me. I can still see the light bouncing off her biomechanical boobs. Red shirt 1, what the hell? Red shirt 2, yeah, and once she was done, shudders. The table was flipped over and I was heard part of the announcement they give. Resistance is futile. The table was flipped over and my uniform was ripped open and I heard sound and that's when I felt it. Red shirt 1, you mean? Yeah, red shirt 2, yes. Assimilation. Red shirt 1 notices the other red shirt is sitting on a rubber ring with a slight grimace on his face. That's not how the Borg operate. That's not how the Borg Queen operates. But, if you're ever captured by the Borg, or you ever go to prison, don't drop the soap. Don't drop the soap on a rope. So I've heard. Not something I've had to personally deal with, thankfully. Okay, what do we got going here? Hector says, Dear Bird of Prey, the chat text is obscuring the Dear Bop text. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, next time we'll fix that. Wesley, well, yeah, he picked the TARDIS. Chrono says onions are hot. Wesley says, I would hug Bird, but then put him in a wheelchair. You would hug me, then put me in a wheelchair? Sci-Fi Nations is at least the Galaxy X. That's true. The Galaxy X is another fine ship. Kronos would like to see me outside. I know, Kronos. Once it warms up a bit, I will try to get outside. especially if, I ever get vaccinated. Bradley Briggs says, this is YouTube friendly. Dan 23 says, one time there was a secret compartment in the TARDIS with drinks in it. Chronos says, Bork Queens are annoying. Wesley says, the fourth Doctor was a heavy drinker. And Monty says, Bradley Briggs, I have no idea, but it was very entertaining. Okay, so back to For All Mankind. I spoke about it earlier. I'm going to repeat it one more time. For All Mankind is a series on Apple TV. Okay, you need Apple TV Plus to watch it. If you get Apple TV, it's $4.99 a month. It's cheaper than Disney Plus, and as it should be because it has a lot less content. But you can watch. You don't need an Apple device to watch Apple TV. You can watch it in a web browser on any device. You can get an Android app, an Amazon Fire app, a Roku app, or obviously an Apple app on an Apple device. Or you can watch it through a web page, so you can watch it on your PC. The entire first season's already done. The second season started today. It's going to come out once a week, so every Friday they're going to release another episode. I believe there's 10 episodes. I'm not 100% sure. It's somewhere between 8 and 10. I don't think there's a lot of episodes. But the first season was spectacular. It deals with alternate history. And the first season takes place basically in the alternate version of the 1960s and 70s. And then there's a time jump to the second season. And we've got basically, this isn't a spoiler, but there's like a montage that shows everything we've missed when they jump ahead, 20 years or so. And it's an awesome montage where you get caught up on world history. And because it's alternate history, a lot of events are the same, but a lot of events are different. And a lot of events are somewhat different, slightly different. If we had an assassination attempt, maybe it was successful, maybe it wasn't. In real life, maybe it happened. In this world, maybe it didn't, or vice versa. Some events happened exactly as they did. Some events happened not at all like they did, and some events were pretty close. The time things happened, okay, I'm going to give one tiniest of spoilers. Okay, because the space race is bigger, it's a more important thing, and it goes on longer in this series. A little bit of technology progresses a little faster. So they have email before people were using email. But instead of calling it email, for whatever reason, they call it digital mail or D-mail. Minor difference, but they say, I'm going to D-mail you instead of I'm going to email you. It could have been digital mail in our world. It just got the name electronic mail because somebody said, oh, let's call it electronic mail and call it email for short. Had they say digital mail, and it would have been D-mail for short. It could have just as easily happened, but it didn't. So that's like one little thing that's like a little different. But otherwise, it works the same as email. Just we get it a little sooner. And things like that. Minor things like that. A lot of shots are on the moon. A lot of shots are in spacecraft or of spacecraft. I got to assume that the budget for this is pretty high. It's a pretty high, got to be a pretty high budget for this show. And I just really like it. It's, you think you know what's going to happen, or it's a world that feels like a world you want to live in, or we have lived in, especially if you're like 40 plus years old like me, and you remember the 80s, but it's just a little different. It's just a little different. So I really like it, and I would strongly suggest people watch it. It is not, I've heard it described by multiple people on YouTube saying, oh, it's just Russia got to the moon first, so NASA sends a team of women to the moon instead. That is not what it is. I promise you that is not what it is. I don't know where people came up with this idea. That is literally not part of the series. At no time is that suggested. At no time is that brought up. It has nothing to do with sending a team of all women to the moon. Now, yes, gender roles and sexual liberation, or whatever they called it back in the 50s and 60s, it plays out differently because of the change in history. So yes, there's more women are involved, but in the first season especially, it is perfectly natural and believable. I'll be honest, the second season, the first episode, seemed a lot more women-centric than I think it should have been, but it was still a good watch, and I'm not saying I'm going to stop watching it, not by a long shot. It was still worth it, and I'm still looking forward to the second episode. So I do strongly suggest, especially if you cancel Disney Plus and you've got an extra $4.99 or $6.99 sitting out, you only need to spend $4.99 to get Apple TV. You'll get immediate access to the whole first season, and over the next couple months, you can watch the second season, and then you can cancel and not have to pay again for another year until, I assume, the third season comes out. That is my pitch. And I think I'm going to do a separate video that's just not going to be a pitch to ask people to please watch and please support For All Mankind, because I don't see a lot of people watching it, and I really want more people to watch it. It's okay. I'm not going to say it's as good as The Expanse, although in a lot of ways the first season is a hell of a lot better than the first season of The Expanse, because you don't have to wait a season to know what's going on. But I think it's pretty damn good, and I really, really would like to get more people on board. Sci-Fi Nation says the addition of Bird of Prey Bet Life has been brought to you by Apple TV. I wish, but they're not paying me. Jedi Bill says, hey, Bird of Prey, how does one talk on Dear Bop chat? You've got to go to birdofprey5.com, and there's a link there to submit a Dear Bop. Wesley says, Bird of Prey, if you pay my flight, I will help Mamo Prey around the house and put you in the wheelchair. Some arrangements can be arranged. Wes, I'm sure Mamo Prey is ready to send you the ticket. Kronos says, tiny spoiler alert. Monty's Folly says, Bird of Prey, in the 80s and 90s, there was talk about women being more suited for spaceflight due to lower requirements for food, air, and water, and supposedly higher resistance to radiation. That's been discredited now, but it was an idea NASA, Roscosmos, and the EUSA played with for a while. Positive Candace is Bird of Prey. Remember, it was I who recommended For All Mankind to watch. Yes, Positive Candor, thank you again so much. Positive Candor was the recommendation that put it over the top that made me finally watch it. Sci-Fi Nation says if it wasn't on Apple TV, I'd probably would. Just another streaming service I can't afford. Well, Sci-Fi, you can get a 7-day free trial. It's certainly enough to binge the first season. So if you want to binge the first season, then cancel. And you can cancel your trial at the first day, and it won't charge you, but you still have access for the full 7 days. So if you want to try that, binge it over the week, and then wait and see if you like it enough to care about the second season. And then you can just pay for 1 month after the season's over and just binge it a second time. You know, there's that possibility. Whatever you want to do. And Kronos says, oh no, feminists are going to get angry. What about womankind? Well, there's one proof that it's not that woke, because it says for all mankind, and it means for all of humankind. It doesn't just mean men. It means men and women. Sci-Fi Nation says the Dear Bop link, and there's the link. William Devine says Qapla cooking dinner, but we'll be listening in the chat. Well, Qapla, William Devine, we're going to be wrapping up here very soon. Sci-Fi says you might do that. You should. Sci-Fi, if you've got time, if there's a week you've got time, and you and the missus have time, I'd strongly suggest doing it. That's what I did. This, in fact, was the first time I actually paid Apple TV, because the first time I watched it, it was just I just binged it. So I think I canceled Apple TV before I had to pay, because I watched it all within the month. I might have kept it for 1 month just to give them some money as a thank you for making it. But then this month was the first time I actually had to pay them up front to watch it. Actor asks Kronos, what are his pronouns? It's a good question. Kronos' pronouns are Kronos. I don't know, but that's what they are. So thank you all so much. What are we at? I forget. Where is this? An hour and 30 minutes. Not one of our longer shows, but a game. That's right. Let's play a game. We've got time. Okay, how can we do this? Use your words. There was people who wanted to play use your words. Carlo, we're not leaving yet. Yeah, we're gonna play use your words. If anybody wants to hang around and play use your words. This is going to be a little difficult. Okay, come on. Come on. Capture specific. Okay, we'll capture specific window. Use your words. There we go. Okay. Okay, hold on. We'll get back to that in a second. Okay. Words game .lol. Words game .lol. Okay. Okay. Wordsgame.lol is the address. Wesley says, tell Mamo Pray my offer. I did, Wes. I did. Yeah. Okay. 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 I just have to make sure I get in first. There we go. Okay. Bird, oh, pray. 5. Okay. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay. So go to www.wordsgame.lol and put in LAIY. That's L as in Larry, A as in Apple, I as in indentured, and Y as in Yahoo. And that will bring you into the game. Let's see. Kronos waves at Mamo Pray. Okay, does maybe nobody want to play? It's possible nobody wants to play. Well, we got Moxley fan. Okay, Moxley fan. Do we have anyone else? Is anyone else going to come in? Moxley says, is Rock Solid still here? That's a good question. So guys, if you want to play, you just got to open up another tab in your web browser or go on your cell phone or whatever you've got and go to www.wordsgame.lol. Okay, we got 2 more. We got ATO, Mr. Londell, Sci-Fi Nation. Can we get one more? One more person. One more person will fill up the room. Sassy will play. Okay. Now, just a heads up, what you're going to be seeing on YouTube is delayed. So please try to be as fast as possible putting in answers. If you see you've got 30 seconds left on YouTube, you probably have 2 seconds left. Don't let it get down to that close. Sci-Fi says he needs a minute. Hold on. Okay, Sci-Fi will hold on another minute. Give people a chance to get on. And CT, whoever CT is, and somebody with a name that's all black has come in. I don't know who that is, but it's interesting. Okay, Sci-Fi Nation, please let me know when you are ready, and we will start the game. So, anti-tracker, okay. Or AT, whoever AT is. Sci-Fi, just want to... Okay, he's good. So I'm going to hit play. I hope you guys can hear the audio. You're supposed to see a subtitled. It's missing a subtitle. We have to fill in the subtitle. Okay. Your clothes don't hide your nature. Insert subtitle here. Your clothes don't hide your nature. Okay, put in your answers. And we got 83 seconds, 80 seconds left at this point. But your time, okay, we already got answers in from me, Moxley, Sci-Fi, and CT. There's 70 seconds left, which means if you're hearing this, there's probably 50 seconds left. We got one more person to put in. AT has put in an answer. And if you can't think of an answer, there's a button to use a house decoy. If somebody picks the house decoy, they lose points or you get points. And the thing is, you want to pick the funniest answer or whichever answer you like the best. So that's what you should be picking. On the next screen, okay, we're down to 30 seconds, which means it's the danger zone. Whoever hasn't put in an answer, now's the time to hit the use house decoy. If you haven't figured it out yet, you've got, okay, but it's probably already too late at this point. If you haven't hit in, you're just gonna lose points. And I don't think they made it in time. Okay, so your clothes don't hide your nature. The turd is standing as strong within me. You can smell it. Your clothes don't hide your nature. Eat shit, hippie. Your clothes don't hide your nature. What do they hide? Your clothes don't hide your nature. Go suck an egg, Phil. Your clothes don't hide your nature. Your clothes don't hide that you're a doctor. Your clothes don't hide your nature. They don't need to. Your clothes don't hide your nature. I am a Soong type android. There's an extra answer. Don't pick the house answer. It's not working for Mr. Londell. You could try going back to the address, Mr. Londell. The room code is LAIY. Like refresh the screen, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Also, anyone else who wants to get in the game who isn't already in, you can come in and be part of the audience, and you still get to vote. So, basically, unfortunately, if Mr. Londell can't come back in, it's just going to always miss him. We're going to always go to the end of the time. The turd is standing is strong with me. 2,000 points for anti-tracker. Eat shit, hippie. Holy shit, that was a house answer? Oh man, I lost 250. Me, Moxley, and Moxley are down 250. Anti-tracker's at 1750. Extra, write a headline for this photo. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is bad. Did they add stuff to this game? Wow. Okay. I do have to change the game to this. Yeah. Got to take away the camera for a minute. as I have to do my thing. Apologies, guys. I had to Jaloja. Oh my God! Some of these answers are crazy. Okay, can we get these back? 1,000 for Mr. Londell. Oh, and Miss Londell loses 250. 1,000 for CT. 2,000, 3,000 for anti-tracker. I'm still at minus 250, and I'm back on camera again. Oh my God, I am not doing well. Fill in the blank. It takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to fill in the blank. It takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to we'll see. It might not be my strongest game, I'll be honest. So what do we got? What do we got here? We got chatters. We got chats going on. Oh no, they say Berto Prey's got to go. It's called shrinkage. It's fully functional. Oh, fully functional would have been a great answer. Yes, fully functional, trained in multiple techniques. That would have been a great answer. Yosef is here. Hey, Yosef. Yosef says the tip counts. Qapla, Yosef. Good to see you. It takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to what? It takes 3 to play Three's Company, which we sang earlier today on Captain Track Stream. Okay, it takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to hail Caroga. Not really. It takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to hug the donkey? Question mark? It takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to separate Frank from Freddy. Fuck you, people. It takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to screw up a funeral. Does it? It takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to thrango. I like it. It takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to rock the boat. I used to rock a boat all alone. It takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to very awkwardly tango. Oh, wow. There's very few answers that I'm sure aren't a house answer. Captain Track, your CT. Monty's Folly says the answer is cause issue that can only be resolved by a paternity test. Very cool. Very cool. So put in your answers. Choose your answers. Bradley Briggs says it takes 2 to tango, but 3 to play Jenga. Doesn't? I'm playing Jenga with another person. One person. One-on-one Jenga. Now, Monopoly you really want. You really want a third person in Monopoly. Hug the Donkey has 1,000 for me. I'm finally out of the negative. Separate Frank from Freddy is another 1,000 for Anti-Tracker. That bastard is in the lead. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 from Sci-Fi Nation. Holy shit, Sci-Fi Nation goes from 0 to 4,000 in one question and is now in second place, just slightly behind Anti-Tracker. We're doing another sub the title. Sub the title. Oh, insert subtitle here. Oh, Moxley fans at minus 250. I'm on a pitiful 750. CT, Captain Track is at 1,000. Anti-Tracker in the lead, if it's Anti-Tracker, with 5,750. Sci-Fi Nation in second place with 4,000. And Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies, I'm not sure what he has. Okay. Amazon and their crappy packaging. Pizza Hut screwed up my order again. I said I wanted a she-mail. Do you remember when we had to wait weeks to get sex bots? Best birthday gift ever. Thanks, Dad. Time to blood basement. That bastard Biden made sure Fang Fang will hide no secrets, have no secrets, share no secrets. And the other one was, do you remember when we had to wait weeks to get sex bots before Amazon Prime came to Caroga? So hopefully this is be the one to pull Moxley out of the negative. And I got to start pulling ahead if I plan to win this game. I'm way, way, way behind. I got to take this serious. Monty says, Bird of Prey. The answer is, wow, my real doll has finally arrived. It's programmed in multiple techniques. Joseph says, so he went for the gender reassignment surgery. No, don't clip anything. Don't clip it. That was me reading a quote. That doesn't count. Ms. Londell, hurry up. I know it's not working. If it's not working, we got some answers in. Ms. Londell's also at 750. Amazon and their crappy packaging. 1,000 for Miss Londell. I said I wanted a she-mail. 1,000 for Captain Track. Time to blood the basement. 1,000 for Sci-Fi Nation. To remember when we had to wait for sex bots. 2,000 for me. I'm now at 2750. Moxley's at minus 250. AT's at 5750. And I missed the rest. Extra. Commodore Ty says, don't forget to check out his WandaVision review and write a headline for this photo. Speaking of WandaVision. I think I've got this. I think I got pretty much the best possible answer you can have for this round. So it's pretty much over. If everybody wants to just forfeit at this point, or just save everybody some time, just hand me the game. I'm going to get at least 5,000 points this round. So that will put me at 7750. Sci-Fi Nation is only 750 behind Anti-Trekker. Anything could happen. Captain Track is at 2,000. Miss Londell, I believe, is at 750. I'm not 100% sure. And Moxley's got to we got to get Moxley above 0. Okay. Anti-Trekker's 16th birthday party. That's one headline. The folks enjoying a silent opera in 1901. Hotel double books Upright Citizens Luncheon and Nudist Convention. Birds extended family. They look normal to me. Is this Burger King? Turtistan contacts Caroga, unilaterally surrenders. WTF is that thing? It's stealing their souls. Daniel's Hot Topics says, hey, Bird, what's up? We're just playing a game of Use Your Words on this Friday afternoon, Daniel. Captain Trax says, Bird of Prey, tell us your answer now. No, thanks. Hakeem says, so he really could fit the whole thing in his mouth. Thomas, they didn't have cameras for Anti-Trekker's 16th birthday. And Miss Londell's at 1750. Okay, so Miss Londell is second from last. Anti-Trekker's 16th birthday, 1,000 for me. Turtistan unilaterally surrenders. 2,000 for Anti-Trekker, that son of a bitch. Bird of Prey's extended family, 3,000 for Sci-Fi Nation. Sci-Fi Nation takes the lead from Anti-Trekker with an even 8,000. Anti-Trekker is now in second place, losing by 250 points. Blank-O-Matic, fill in the blank. Chuck E. Cheese was a lot less popular back when it was called fill in the blank. Chuck E. Cheese was a lot less popular back when it was called Turdistan E. Cheese. My cell phone's blowing up with noises of my Citizen app. Something happening here? Breaking house fire. 0.8 miles away. Huh. Where is that? $2902 Francis Lewis Boulevard. How is it a house fire? It's clearly a business. They say house fire, but it's clearly businesses. Okay, here are the answers. When it was called Birdo Prey 5 She-Male Factory, Chuck E. Cheese was a lot less popular. When it was called Caroga Pizza Connection, Chuck E. Cheese was a lot less popular when it was called Turd Fillet. Chuck E. Cheese was a lot less popular when it was called Joe's Meat Grinder. Chuck E. Cheese was a lot less popular when it was called Chalk B. Chimberlums. Chuck E. Cheese was a lot less popular back when it was called Birdo Prey 5. Chuck E. Cheese was a lot less popular back when it was called Birds, Beagle, and Cheese Bites. Vote for your favorite answer. Ms. Lindell's buffering too much. Gotta bow out. Okay, Ms. Lindell, I'm sorry to hear that. Take care, but thank you so much for trying to play. I'm pretty sure there's only one more round left anyway. So we got Sci-Fi Nation in the lead with 8,000. Anti-Tracker in second with 7,750. Me in a distant third with 3,750. Captain Track behind me with 2,000. And Moxley Fan with negative 250. And I guess Mr. Lundell has been knocked out of the game. Qapla, Orville Nation. Good to see you. We're coming towards the end of this game of Use Your Words. Turd Fillet, 1,000 for Sci-Fi Nation. Joe's Meat Grinder, 1,000 for Miss Lundell, who's not here. Birds, Beagle, and Cheese Bites, 1,000 for me. Bird She-Male Factory, 2,000 for Moxley. Moxley's out of the zeros. And no points for Anti-Trekker. Yay. So Sci-Fi Nation increases his lead to 9,000. Anti-Trekker falls to 72nd, more distant second. Though still close. He's still in the game. All point values are doubled. 3 prompts in a row. Qapla Bird, says Sci-Fi Nation with $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Sci-Fi Nation. Make up a Batman villain they wouldn't put in the movies. Thank you again, Orville Nation, for a $5 super chat. Sorry, I just had to enter in my answer. And he says, Qapla, bird, Qapla, Orville Nation. And again, congrats to Orville Nation, over 5,000 subscribers. And for some reason, he lowers himself to stream with Anti-Tracker last night. Sci-Fi says that was PJ, not me. Did I say Sci-Fi Nation? I meant Orville Nation. Shit, Orville Nation. Thank you. Make up an honest slogan for Facebook. Monty's Folly says Chinese Chinese Batman. Fluger says cheese mattress. Kronos drools. Unfriending your friends and family one at a time, says Monty. Make up an honest slogan for Facebook. So I'm at 4750. Moxley's at 17. Anti-Trigger's at 7750. Sci-Fi Nation at 9,000. Almost double. Almost double. I think it's pretty safe to say. Well, I mean, nothing's safe. Everything's a possibility. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Make up an inadvisable name for a dog. An inadvisable name for a dog. Foofer. Bed shitter. Fluger. Okay, we're making up I thought it was first I was going to say an invisible dog. I was like, an invisible dog. Inadvisable name for a dog. Five, four, three, two, one. Dun dun. Okay. Make up a Batman villain they wouldn't put in movies. Captain Energy Drink. I think they would. A Batman villain they wouldn't put in movies. Bat Turd. Bat Turd. The Turdistani. The Turdistani. The Jared Leto's Joker. Batman they wouldn't put in the movies. Dildo Man. Batman villain. Batman villain they wouldn't put in movies. Anti-Tracker. Let's just get right to the point. Clobberella. Futurama reference. Vote for your favorite answer. No, Sassy's a great name for a dog. Okay, we got 23 seconds left to vote on your favorite answer. Guys, it shouldn't take you this long to think about your favorite answer. You should not be thinking about what's best for you, what is best for the game. You know, how do you deny somebody else points? You should only be answering what is your favorite answer. That is all. If you're doing anything else, you're cheating. Okay, now the second one. Make up an honest slogan for Facebook. A place to hang out with babes during a pandemic. A place where you can say anything as long as it's censored. Come for the likes, stay for the hates. We steal your data, but at least we're not Project Prometheus. Facebook, we steal your data and censor your speech. We sell your data to anyone. Groove to the algo rhythm. Vote for your favorite answer. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's a tough one. William Devine would like to see Qapla in a Batman movie. Orville Nation found something funny. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we gotta do it one more time for the third answer. Make up an inadvisable name for a dog, Kathleen Kennedy. An inadvisable name for a dog, Sir Shits a Lot. Inadvisable name for a dog, COVID. Here, COVID. Here, COVID. Make an inadvisable name for a dog, Future Food. Inadvisable name for a dog, Berto Prey 5's bitch. Let's see, try to, so I can't have nice things. My cat. No, you can't call a dog my cat. Beagle bite. No! Inadvisable name for a dog. Beagle bite and my cat. Captain Track is predicting he will be in last place. Well, you're in second to last. So, it's possible. Okay. Although technically, as Mr. Lundell has left the game, he's kind of got 0 points. So, even though he had more than 0 points when he left, it seems to have erased his score. Okay. Make up a Batman villain. Bat Turd, 2,000 for Anti-Tracker. The Turdistani, 2,000 for me. Dildo Man, 2,000 for Captain Trek. Anti-Tracker, 4,000 for Sci-Fi Nation. He is now in a commanding lead of 13,000. A place where you can say anything as long as it's censored. Another 2,000 for Anti-Tracker. Shit, come for the like, stay for the hate was a house decoy. I lost points. We steal your data, but at least we're not Project Prometheus. 6,000 for me. That puts me in second place. Kathleen Kennedy, another 2,000. Puts me in another closer second place. I am now beating Anti-Tracker. Beagle Bite, another 4,000 for Sci-Fi Nation. Sci-Fi Nation wins with a extremely high 19,000 points. I at least beat Anti-Tracker with 1,450 points. And Sci-Fi Nation comes into 19,000 points. Congratulations to Sci-Fi Nation. Anti-Tracker at 11,750. Captain Track in fourth place with 4,000. Moxley Fan in fifth place with 3,750. And Miss Londell, who got dropped from the game, unfortunately, also with 3750. Well, that was one for the memories. I'm glad to see that they've updated this game, because there's definitely a lot of new things I have not seen. They've updated the game. How do I get out of this game? No, I want to exit. Close, quit. There we go. And Captain Trek with a $2 super chat. He says, because he was wrong. What do you mean because you were wrong? What does that mean, because you were wrong? Oh, because you thought you were going to come in last place? Gotcha. Thank you so much, Captain Trek. Yeah, Miss Londell had 1750. I was at 3750 by the time he left. So Skull, says Kronos, and he says wrong channel. Yes, everybody did really good. Glad that was good. There was some good fun. Haven't played that in a while. Deej and anyone else out there, Use Your Words another try. It seems that they did a big update, because I haven't seen any of these used before. They seem to all be new. So that was awesome. That's awesome. They're still updating the game. DD says, pretty cool game. Thanks. You are welcome, DD. You are absolutely welcome. Anyway, with that though, guys, we are going to call it a stream. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Qapla. I will see you guys out there. Orville Nation. Take care. Are you going to be streaming tonight, Orville? Do you have anything going on? It's Friday night. What is it? It's Friday night. We got Friday night tights is probably going on. Doomcock will probably be going on later with Friday Night Frolics. We got Anti-Tracker probably going on later. AT just donated $1 and says he's not Anti-Tracker. Okay, so that wasn't Anti-Tracker who came in embarrassingly in third place. We'll never know who it was. Thank you so much, Anti-Tracker. I don't know if you're streaming, if Anti-Tracker is streaming or not. I think he does on Friday nights. Yeah, he does, right. He does the nerdy stream on Friday nights. Monty's Folly says, good night, Bird of Prey, and everybody else in chat. Good night, Monty. And Orville's getting some sleep. Good night, Orville Nation. Get some sleep. Qapla all. Bird out. Tomorrow,
thank you all for watching my
Blade
video.
Runner, the movie.
Please remember to comment,
Blade Runner
like,
for
Cinema
Cinema
and don't
Saturday.
Forget to hit that bell icon.
Probably
Without
3
it,
p.m.
you won't
Eastern.
get notifications of new videos. Check out BirdoPrey5.com, the new home of everything Birdo Prey 5 on the web. You can also check out my forum at juot.net. I'm also on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Gab. If you'd like to make a donation, check out paypal.me/BirdoPrey5 or on BirdoPrey5.com. Take care.